big overview in terms of basics. And what I simply mean is this, we talk about each of these systems, and I think the big picture is to understand that in a vacuum, each of them can provide benefits. And you technically could have a different lawyer for all three of those. So what's important to understand, though, is that there are very few, and I know because I have checked, but there are very few attorneys in this state, New Jersey, that can answer questions not only on each of those three, but then how they all interact together. So it's important to understand how they all intersect, right? And the reason for that is from a big picture point of view, we talk about workers' comp and know that if you're working and you get hurt, you are by law automatically entitled to receive three very specific benefits. You get medical treatment, you're entitled to receive an award for that injury. So those are the three basics, big picture workers' compensation. Now, as we go through the year, we'll sort of dive into each of those and go through a bunch of examples. And I do like the questions. So that's workers' comp. Social Security says, simple, if you're out of work for 6 months and it looks like you're going to be out for a year, then you're eligible to apply for those benefits. You can do that online, or there's an 800 number, but either way, you get started, provide the information. If you get approved, great. If you get denied, then the next step is to go through an appeals process. And in New Jersey, it's 3 steps. There's an initial application, there's reconsideration, and then we get a hearing in front of a judge. So that's sort of the lay of the land as far as that goes. And then with Social Security, you got to remember that what we're saying is that you're disabled not only for performing past relevant work, but you're also disabled from performing other kind of work. All right. And by the way, Social Security defines work as earning more than $1,350 per week. Per month. Sorry, $1,350 per month. And although I think that went up a little bit this year, but basically you can't earn more than a certain level because that's what Social Security deems as being working. And pensions, right? And pensions is basically saying that you are disabled from performing your particular job. 2 types of pensions, accidental, ordinary. And again, for big picture for today, just think of it this way. Accidental is work-related, ordinary is not work-related, and the benefits go from there. Now, there's any number of other things that we'll clarify and go into more detail, but in order to be eligible for an accidental disability pension, you must be hurt at work just to get a ball started. So if you, God forbid, had a stroke or a heart issue or something like that, then you're going to be eligible to apply for ordinary disability pension benefits, not accidental. But if you get into a car accident while you're working, then that's going to be something that you're going to be eligible to receive accidental disability benefits for. The biggest big picture thing I can tell everyone is this. Social Security, pensions, those are railroad tracks. You can receive benefits from both systems, and they do not touch railroad tracks, ever. And then what you do, if it's a work-related situation, you stick workers' comp in the middle. And the reason that you do that is because workers' comp can have an impact on Social Security and vice versa. And pensions can have an impact on workers' compensation. So you basically think of Social Security and pensions as being the bread, and workers' comp is the peanut butter and jelly in the middle.